Sir, shall we start, sir?
Sir, very good morning, sir. Myself, Dr. Megla.
Morning, ma'am.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Hope everyone is doing good.
Yeah, sir. Thank you for joining us. And the participants are above 100, and we have made YouTube live streaming also.
Oh, great.
Yeah, sir. So you just carry on, and the participants, rest of the participants, they are in the YouTube live, sir. You just carry on.
Okay.
Thank you for joining. Have a good session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your support to conduct the session. And then I would like to extend my thankful to all the faculty members and students also who is participating in this particular event in this webinar. So
Thank you,
I'll
sir.
start. I'll just introduce myself. I'm Naveen Jain.
Sir, excuse me, sir. The session is with Muthukumar, sir. He will start, sir.
Oh, okay.
Muthukumar, sir, you just take care.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Very good morning to one and all present here. Miss Janani, you can start, ma'am.
Yeah.
A warm morning to everyone gathered here. On this special occasion, on behalf of Jai Shriram Engineering College, I feel much delighted to welcome you all for this webinar on Agnihotra, a way of purification of environment and healthy living, organized by School of Management Studies. Every day is a chance to begin again. Don't focus on the failures of yesterday. Start today with positive thoughts and inspiration. I feel much elated to call upon Ms. M. Murshida to welcome the gathering.
Great achievement always required great sacrifice. A very warm morning to everyone gathered here for this webinar on Agnihotra, a way of purification of environment and healthy living. I feel much delighted to welcome our Chairman Sir, Vice Chairman Sir, Principal Sir, and Ego Sir for this session. I extend to welcome our beloved team, Dr. P. Megha Devi ma'am, for this session. And I welcome our today's guest, Mr. Naveen Jain, Project Manager, Agnihotra Jaipur, Rajasthan, India. I welcome you, sir. And I
Thank you.
also welcome our Ms. Shalini Jain, Acupressure Therapist, Jaipur, Rajasthan, India. I welcome you, ma'am. Last but not the least, I welcome our faculty members and my friends. Once again, I welcome you all.
Thank you, Murshida. Next, I call upon Ms. R. Deemali to share the profile of the chief guest.
A warm morning to everyone. Our chief guest, Mr. Naveen Jain, Project Manager, Agnihotra Jaipur, has done BE in Mechanical Engineering and MBA. He is performing Agnihotra more than 37 years. He delivered more than 150 lectures on Agnihotra and its effects in various education institutions, social organizations, public gatherings, etc. He is also a volunteer of Madhavashram, Bhopal, a non-profitable social organization. Next, our chief guest is Mrs. Shalini Jain. She has done BE in Agriculture Engineering. She is also an acupressure therapist. We welcome you both, sir and ma'am, for this webinar on behalf of our college.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deemali. Leaders are made, they are not born. To be inspired is great, but to be an inspiration is an honor. I feel much happy to invite Mr. Naveen Jain sir and Mrs. Shalini Jain ma'am to take over the session.
Thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome. So actually, I'm Naveen Jain. Already introduction is given. I'm a BE in mechanical, and I've done the MBA in operation management as well. Currently, I'm in Jaipur. We are residing in Jaipur, Rajasthan, and we are Agnihotra for the last 37 years. So I'll take you through what is Agnihotra, why it is required, and how it is going to be beneficial for everyone. So I'm just going to share my screen. Once it is visible, then we can start with the particular thing. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today's topic is Agnihotra. It's a way of purification of atmosphere and healthy living. So we will discuss about this in our subsequent slides. So what is the current scenario? If we talk about the environment, then we can see the pollution is everywhere. It's in terms of air pollution, it's in water pollution, even in the soil pollution also. So if you see, the pollution is increasing day by day. If you compare this current scenario with the 50 years ago time, then you will feel that the environment is changed radically. Is like, for example, the earlier the people used to be more fit and in terms of, more healthier, and of course they were physically fit. But if you see the current scenario, nowadays everyone is getting impure, whatever they are going to eat, so everything is in on the pollution side. So if you see on this, the global warming is also, uh, is in the place. Like, for example, we are regularly ignoring the global warming signs. Like, nowadays the the ice is also getting melted, so everything is, impure. It is on the environment side. So whatever we are taking intake, whatever the food we are taking, whatever the, the water, the food grains, everything is impure. And of course, when we are taking this inside our body, then it is affecting our health in terms of many ways actually. So if you see here how it is affecting us, so nowadays the diseases are increasing day by day. Even doctors cannot discover the diseases. If I compare 50 years ago time, the people used to be more fit. Out of maybe, like, for example, there are 10 members in the family, so 7 to 8 are almost fit, physically fit. But nowadays, if I compare the same scenario, then almost 7 to 8 persons are, having a multiple diseases, maybe in terms of cholesterol, maybe in terms of blood pressure, or maybe even diabetic or any other disease, or even the diseases are in that level that the doctors are not able to discover. And we are spending very much and much more money in the medical expenses, if you see in the current scenario. So of course the environment which is getting the polluted every day is affecting us in terms of our health, in terms of our, the tensions also getting increased, the anxiety is also there, and then of course it leads in the stressful life. Nowadays we are not thinking in the positive direction. We generally thinks about the negativity side of the act, and of course, as the law of attraction says, that whatever we think, it creates a result in that manner. So if we think negative, then of course it gives a negative result. Like, for example, if you would like to pass the exam, and if you think that I'll fail in this exam, then of course the numbers will not be as per expectation. So all these things are leading towards the healthy environment. So what is the major cause of this? The major cause of this is the change in the environment, the pollution which is there everywhere, but even the mental pollution. So when I say mental pollution means, we don't think in the positive side of the things. We generally think about negative sides, and now the negativity is so much that the childrens are also, getting more and more negative. If you see in the newspapers, if you browse the media channels or newspapers, you will find that nowadays the kids are not fighting to each other. They are actually, killing to others. So these things, this phenomena is not there earlier time actually. So the change is what? The change is what? Basically the change in the environment, the change in all other things. So if I take the example, for example, if I want to convey my thing is, the example could be Delhi's atmosphere. So everyone knows about the AQI level of Delhi, right? So AQI stands for air quality index. So the AQI level of Delhi is almost gone to 500 numbers. So it is very difficult to take the breathe also in Delhi. Delhi is the most polluted city in our country, right? And even there was a study on the Google, you can find on the Google also. Almost 50 lakhs students, lungs are damaged because of the air pollution. So we know that the lungs damage or because of the air pollution, the kids are taking the medicines, and medicines are not good for the health actually. So if you see, the medicines are not good for the health, it gives the side effect of the chemicals also. So everything is impure because of that only. This is affecting in terms of air pollution, in terms of water pollution, and it is affecting our health also. And our health, you can also see that in our home also nowadays the diseases are increasing day by day. One of the reason of the cancer is the basically the polluted intake which we are taking. I mean, in terms of food grains, in terms of vegetables, in terms of, water, everything is impure. Even air which is required, which we call as a pran vayu actually, which is also not pure nowadays. So what happened actually, because of continuous, changing from, to the urban areas, going for installation, going for industries, we are cutting down our trees, right? The trees are not there. So of course we are not, taking the breathe actually. I mean, the pranavayu is not available. There was a news in the media. I gone through a news which was there with the Delhi actually. So in the Delhi, the person has to spend almost 300 rupees for only for 15 minutes to inhale the pure oxygen. It was the case which was mentioned in the media, in the newspaper in Jaipur, in Delhi Bhaskar. I have gone through that news. So you need to spend so much of money on inhaling the oxygen, and this is only for one person out of the family. So everything which is linked with this, it is affecting our health. We are also part of this ecosystem, and then of course it's our duty to care to clean the environment and then do all these things which is required as per the Vedas. So I'm going to discuss those things. So what is the method which can prevent from this actually, from the anxiety, from the tensions, from the depression, even it can reduce our diseases also, and all these things. So the method should be economical because we all are, of course, the method should be in an economical way that everyone can perform it. And of course, it has to be short duration, right? We all, I mean, we are all 24 hours. I know the professors are busy in their research and in their studies. Similarly, students are also busy in their exam pattern. So of course, we cannot spend so much of time in doing all this methodology, right? But at least we can spend 5 to 10 minutes in a day, so that the benefit of this particular solution which I am going to discuss in the subsequent slide can be taken. So the solution should be economical. Economical means almost 4 to 5 rupees per day. If I put 4 to 5 rupees per day, then it should give the result to me. So that much economical is this solution actually. And of course the time is very less, and it should be scientific. That means if I say 2 plus 2 equal to 4, then it is there for everyone in the worldwide. So if you go to USA, if you go to China, any of the country, if you go any of the continent, then 2 plus 2 equal to 4. Similarly, Newton's law is common everywhere. Gravity law is there common for everyone. So the method which I'm going to discuss is the universal, this is the scientific process. So that method is basically in terms of Agnihotra. So Agnihotra is what? Agnihotra is a Vedic process that has been used for thousands of years, and then it is scientifically proven. Like for example, if I talk about the Ram Rajya, even Lord Ram was used to perform this Agnihotra every day in the morning and every day in the evening actually. So this this is so much old actually process, and of course this is through the Vedic science only. So as we know, Veda has the complete knowledge. So Agnihotra is the part of Veda only, and then of course this process is completely scientific. Any caste, any religion, any creed can perform this Agnihotra. Of course, there should be a person required to perform it, but anyone can perform it. Even my daughter, who's 13 years old, she can also perform Agnihotra without any support, without any help. And then, of course, performance of Agnihotra gives the benefit to everyone in the family. Like, for example, like anyone goes for the morning or evening walk, or maybe the gym, and the person who is doing, he will only get the benefit, right? But in this process, the person who is performing Agnihotra in the home, family members, including parents, including the kids who is staying in the family, they will get equal benefit out of this process. So this is so much of simple process, so much of economical, and of course it's a completely science behind this process. So I'm going to discuss that one. So what is Agnihotra? So Agnihotra is basically a solution to pollution. So what are the pollution which we are seeing? Like for example, is air pollution, the water pollution. The pollution can be cured with the help of Agnihotra. It's a basically holistic healing. So when I say holistic healing means it nurtures the environment. It's a complete ecosystem. So when I perform Agnihotra, because of the Agnihotra performance, the gases are getting emitted, and then when it mixes in the environment, then of course it nurtures the environment. So we'll talk about this. Similarly, it will purify your mind, body, and soul. Like for example, you want a peace, right? So peace, peacefulness, even happiness can also be acquired with the following the Agnihotra process here. So we will discuss about it. Similarly, it is a complement to natural farming method, and we will discuss about the organic farming, how the natural farming is going to be helpful in the organic farming. So all these points are linked with the Agnihotra, which is a quite simple process. And then how to perform it. Now the question comes to the what is the performance? How to perform this particular methodology? So Agnihotra is performed in a very small copper clay pyramid shaped pot, which is the dimensions are described, and it has to perform every day in the morning and every day in the evening. In the sunrise time, at the sunset timing, it has to be performed. Similarly, it has to perform where the fire is prepared with the help of cow dung cake, and then the ingredients are only cow's ghee and the rice for this particular process. And the of course we need to change two mantras. So the requirement for Agnyutra is it has to be performed in the morning and in the evening. So when I say in the morning and evening means it has to be performed at the time of sunrise and sunset timing. So the timings are available in the local newspaper also, and sometimes you can also refer the place, the particular app which is available in the Play Store. So that is the actually sunrise and sunset timing. It has to be performed in the clay pot. So I'll show you the clay pot or the copper granite pot. So if you see here, they are the five principles of Agnihotra. They are the five principles of the Agnihotra. The first principle says you have to perform in the morning and in the evening at the time of exact time of sunrise and sunset timing. So what is the importance of that? As I told you, Agnihotra is a scientific process. So every principle has the science actually behind it. So the science says when we do perform Agnihotra in the morning and evening, so what happens actually our nostrils, if you see our left and right nostrils and they never work together actually. It gets hardly changed. If you know the nadi system, it gets hardly changed from left to right and right to left. But at this point of time, when there is sunset timing, when there is sunrise timing at your particular place, at that time both the nostrils are working together. That means you can inhale maximum energy out of this process. Similarly, I'll give an example. If you see in like our parents or the older one used to say to the kids, right? Just go outside and play some games in the evening time. Don't be laid down on the floor because your body gets deactivated. So once you perform a Agnyatra in the evening or in the morning, your body gets activated. At this point of time, the powerful rays of sun, flows in the entire system, and then of course it gives a benefit to us. Similarly, the second principle says you have to perform Agnihotra in the particular pyramid shaped pot. So if you see here, the pyramid, as you know, the pyramid contains the energy. So you might have heard about the seven wonders of the world, right? And then one of the wonders is Mishra pyramid, where the dead bodies are stored for many years, thousands of years, right? There is no decay. So this pyramid, if you Google on the pyramid has the energy. It contains electromagnetic field. And then once you put something in this particular shape, then there is no decay. Like for example, if I put raw milk or any vegetables in this particular shape, then they can be cured to the 2 or 3 days. So this pyramid, which is made of the definite shape. The shape is the base is 5.25 centimeter, the height is 6.5 centimeter, the width is 14.5 centimeter, and the angle is 51-degree angle. It is made of the copper. And so far, science has discovered so many elements, right? And the copper is the purest element discovered by science. Even the molecule of the copper has the pyramid shape. That means you are going to perform Agnihotra in the thousands of pyramids together. So you just imagine what kind of energy you will get out of this process. So every principle has a logic, the science. So we talk about the two principles. Now coming to the third principle. So you have to use the dry cow dung cake. So cow dung is as we know, cow dung is has a many beneficial or many mediated elements in that. So the person who is suffering from the fever or malaria, if they smell the fresh cow dung, then of course the malaria will go away. Similarly, cow dung has the properties that the radiation will not pass through. For example, if I take a cow dung and if I apply on this palm and dry it and ask doctor to do the X-ray, we know that the doctor can do the X-ray of any of the organ because it has contains the radioactive rays. So if I ask doctor to do the X-ray, then you will feel the X-ray rays, I mean radioactive rays of your X-ray will not pass through your palm. Your X-ray will be blank actually. So it has that much of properties, this powder. Similarly, the fourth principle says you have to use the 2 pinchful of unbroken, uncooked rice. Almost 60 to 70 grains are enough, and almost 2 drops of cow's ghee to smear to mix this rice actually. So 50 ml desi ghee is sufficient for 1 month. 50 ml desi ghee is sufficient for 1 month, and almost 250 grams grains are sufficient for the rice grains are sufficient for the 1 month. So you can imagine there is no expenses associated with this particular process, right? It is so cheaper process. And the fifth principle says you have to chant two mantras while performing this Agnihotra. So the chanting of mantras, I just narrate the morning mantra. Mantras are Suryaya Swaha, Suryaya Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. So these mantras are basically based on Vedic science. So of course, when we chant these mantras, it creates the vibrations in the environment. So whenever we chant any mantra which is based on the Vedic science, it creates the vibration. That means the positive vibrations are getting enhanced in the home when we are performing Agnihotra. Vibration, as we know, we meet with some person, then we would like to talk with them, we would like to mingle with them because they give the positive vibes. Sometimes we would like to go away with the person because they give the negative vibes. So performance of this Agnihotra Havan increases the positive vibes in the home actually. Increases the positive vibes in the home, and of course the vibrations of the every family members who are there in the home, it is also get increased because of this performance. So the five principles are linked with the Agnihotra. The first, I will summarize. The first principle is your morning and evening time, exact time of sunrise and sunset timing. The second principle says you have to use a definite shape of copper pot, a pyramid shape pot. The third principle says you have to use a cowling cake. The fourth principle says you have to use a 2 inch full of unbroken uncooked rice. And the fifth principle says thinking of two mantras in the morning and in the evening. So so from where this Agnihotra is originated actually. So if you see here, the Agnihotra, which is originated by the Sri Mahadavaji Poddar, and the first Agnihotra was performed on the 22nd of February 1963 in Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh. So the propounder, the person who is behind this Agnihotra is the Manava Poddar Sahab, and with the permission of their Sadguru, with the Gajanan Maharaj, who was residing in the Akkalkot, he took the permission and is spreading this particular thing. Nowadays, it is Srimati Nalini Madhavji, who is the in charge of the Madhav Ashram, and through this we are also linked. There are thousands of devotees, thousands of persons who are performing Kavita, and they are linked with the Madhav Ashram Bhopal. We also try to go almost 3 to 4 times in a year in the Madhav Ashram, where there is a peaceful environment is there, Sadhguru is riding there, and then they get the blessings also. And then they are the person who is behind the Agnihotra. So so all these things are there with the Agnihotra. Now, what is the science behind the Agnihotra? So we talk about, because we are from the science background, right? We all are doing the MBAs, we are all the professors. We should know about the science behind the Agnihotra. Then only we can adapt this thing. So the science behind the Agnihotra is, as I told you, it has to be performed in the morning and in the evening. So which is called the circadian rhythm actually. Sunset and sunrise timing. If you see here in the astrophysics, it is known as the circadian rhythm. The rhythms are there. It's a very small circadian rhythm, right? There could be a weekly, there could be a monthly, there could be a 6 monthly. All this change of time is there. But this is a time which is a quite small time, and there is a change of from sunset to sunrise and sunrise to sunset. So these are circadian rhythm. As I told you, our nostrils are there to inhale those energy, those things if I perform yoga in the morning and in the evening with the given principles. So there's this thing. Similarly, if you see here on the science part of it, now we discuss science actually. So the science is, for example, I told you about the unbroken and uncooked rice grain, right? So rice consists of the moisture and the starch. So the moisture is your basically H2O in the chemistry language. Similarly, when there is a firing, I mean there is a burning of the cowden cake, then it gets emitted. I mean CO2 is getting emitted because of this fire actually. So when the CO2 and H2O are reacting together, CO2 plus H2, they are react together, it creates the HCHO. This is a formaldehyde gas. So formaldehyde gas is a gas, one of the gas which is being used by the doctors for the surgery. So whenever a doctor goes for any kind of surgical operation, like for example, they are going for any kind of surgical operation, they passes their surgical equipment through this gas. So of course the bacteria will not pass through from one patient to another patient. So because of this problem of the amniota, there are the four kinds of gases are getting emitted: the ethylene oxide, propylene oxide, formulated in the beta propyl electron. So when these gases are getting mixed in the environment, then it purifies the environment basically. Similarly, the pathogen infection bacteria will not be there in the home. So the reaction would be H2O plus CO2 equal to SCHO plus O2. That means oxygen levels are also getting enhanced in our home. whenever we perform Agnihotra in the home, every day in the morning and in the evening, so it increases the oxygen level also. And of course, it gives a beneficial effect to everyone who is there in the family, because we are performing Agnihotra in the home, so it purifies the environment. There was a study which is done in the Pune FC college also. There was a two room taken by the professors, and then in the one room they did the Agnihotra, and in the one room is a normal air only. So after 10 days performance, they found 91% of the clearance of the air was not there in the in the room where Agnihotra was there actually, where the performance was there. So it actually clear out. I mean, it will not kill the bacteria, but their basic, the basic bacteria, the basically will get removed because of the Agnihotra actually. So Agnihotra controls all these things. Agnihotra gives those beneficial effect, and of course, once you start performing Agnihotra, then it gives the effect, the positive effect on your mind, body, and soul. So this is a very simple methodology. It takes hardly 5 to 7 minutes in the morning and 5 to 7 minutes in the evening, and this is the actually antidote to the global warming also. Like for example, as I told, it increases the oxygen level in the atmosphere. So by performing the Newton, which I told about the equation also, the science of that particular thing. So it increases the oxygen level. Similarly, it releases the ozone, which help in the reconstruction of the ozone layer. So all these things are getting changed or getting beneficial to the Agnihotra performance. Now I would like to invite my wife Shalini Jain, who will take you to the next slides here.
Namaste, all of you. I'm Shalini. Yeah, 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 ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So today we are talking about Agnihotra, which is a very important methodology to purify our atmosphere and to keep us physically and mentally healthy. Till now, already Naveen has told us that what Agnihotra is, why it is important, and how it is performed. Now we will see some features of Agnihotra. As just now it is told that Agnihotra is a simple process, it is a simple yagna, which is a completely based on science and Vedas. And it hardly takes 10 minutes to perform in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening. The main reason behind it is see that it is to be done in a pyramid shaped copper pot, and the cost of this means methodology, it is very rare, very, very, very economical it is. So what happens is we perform Agnihotra in a pyramid shaped copper pot, and it can be done at our homes only. We need not to take help of anyone. We ourselves can perform it. Even a small kid can also perform it without any of the problem. So what happens with the performance of Agnihotra? Because as we know, the whole environment or the whole world is polluted. So it's our responsibility to purify our atmosphere. We are taking everything from the nature, but what we are returning back is simply pollution. So it's our responsibility to purify our atmosphere so that what all the next generation is coming, we can give them a pure environment. That is the most important, the healthy life and the pure environment we can provide it to them. So there is no other restrictions except these five principles which are told just now, that it is to be performed exactly at the time of sunrise and sunset. The second principle is it is to be done in a pyramid shaped copper pot. Third is it is to be done with the fire is to be prepared with the help of cow dung cakes. The fourth principle we have to offer offerings will be of rice and cow's ghee. And the fifth principle is we have to chant Vedic mantras. Only this is the restrictions which we have to strictly follow for performance Agnihotra. Rest, nothing else is to be followed. Like if we can take bath before performance of Agnihotra, it's good. But if you cannot, there is no such restriction because it's nothing related to any of the religion, any of the caste, any of the creed. It's nothing related to that. It is completely scientific. It's completely Vedic. So there is no such restrictions that we have to take bath. If because of any of the reason we cannot perform Agnihotra, there is no such issue. There won't be any ill effect of it. We can continue with the next time performance. So it's nothing like if and any of the person who is residing at our home, who is present at our home, can perform Agnihotra. Only one person will offer the offerings. Rest all will chant mantras. All of the persons who are available in the family members will chant mantras, but offering will be given by only one person. So it what it does is whatever the gases comes out of it, it boosts our immunity and it keeps physically and mentally healthy. Um, so what all the experiences of the performers of Agnihotra has, it is not only performed in India but throughout the globe it is being performed. And what all the experiences the people who are performing Agnihotra has taken is summarized here that it simply purifies the atmosphere. It is a sure solution to pollution. It's a completely means purifies atmosphere. It keeps us physically and mentally healthy because what all the gases comes out of it, it purifies the atmosphere. That's why the gases which are coming out of the performance of Agnihotra, it cleans our atmosphere. And if we take in whatever the gases we are taking in is pure, so it will purify our body, our mind, and that's why it reduces depression, stresses, and what all the today we see, there is not a cordial environment is not there in the family. If parents are coming inside the room, so kids are going out. So it creates a cordial environment in the family, and it definitely connects us from the nature. It connects us with the nature, and it improves our immunity. Along with that, see, if we are performing yoga, if we are doing meditations, we will, because we are doing in a good environment, because of that, what will happen? We will get more benefit out of it, out of the performance of yoga, out of the performance of meditation. And it is sure solution to many of the diseases. It has been scientifically proved that it cures more than 90 diseases, and it has been written in a book which is known as Agnihotra Chikitsa, that it reduces, it completely cures asthma, epilepsy, migraine. It also increases oxygen level. As we know, there are so many diseases which are because of the reduction in the level of oxygen. So because it increases the level of oxygen, that's the reason it means cures so many diseases. So what all the experience? It is a notable experience. You must have heard about Bhopal gas tragedy. On 3rd December 1984, there was a leakage of MIC gas from the company Union Carbide. Union Carbide is a company which is in Bhopal. And on 3rd December 1984, the MIC gas was leakage. Leakage was there. MIC stands for methyl isocyanate, right? So this is a gas which is used to kill insects and pests. Means it is used as pesticides and insecticides. So because of the explosion, because of the leakage of this gas, almost 25,000 persons were badly affected or lost their lives. And it was experienced, it was mentioned even in the newspaper, in the MP Chronicle newspaper, that because of this episode, because of this gas tragedy, almost 25,000 people were dead. And so many, all the women who were pregnant at that time, they gave birth to the abnormal kids. But in the same periphery, in that same vicinity, two or three families were residing who were performing Agnihotra at that time. There was not even a single casualty, not even a single impact on any of the family member of these families. It was even mentioned, it is even mentioned in the net even, if you will Google, their family, Kushwaha family is there, and Prajapati family is there, who did not get any impact. None of the family member of these family get impact, any of the ill impact because of the Bhopal gas tragedy. And in fact, we are even directly in touch with these families because we are even performing Agnihotra since last 37 years. So we are in touch of these families. They are still till date they are completely fit and fine. No ill effect is seen on any of the family members. In fact, all those family members who have started Agnihotra after this episode, and the ladies who were pregnant, so they give birth to the normal children because of the performance of Agnihotra. And after this episode, after this Bhopal gas tragedy, so many people in Bhopal started performing Agnihotra and started getting benefited out of it. This is the experience of a Bhopal person at that time. Before that, she was completely fit and fine. But during pregnancy, she had that disease. And it was so severe that 500 mg 3 doses she was taking every day. And according to doctor, throughout her life, she had to take medicines. And because of these high doses, her mental status was deteriorating day by day. And what happened is, because my father is retired from Punjab National Bank, he was working at that time in the bank, and I am having 2 year, means 2 year elder brother than me. Within 2 to 3 months performance, my father realized that mother's health is improving little bit. Because if it is because of the medication, so its impact would have seen 3 years back even, but there was no such impact. But after performance of Agnihotra, she started improving day by day. So after 6 months, gradually my father decreased the doses of my mother, and within 1.5 year, completely doses were completely finished. She didn't need any medication after 1.5 year of performance of Agnihotra. Now it's more than 35 years. She has not taken even a single dose and not even a single attack is there. This is the impact which we have seen. Today we know that doctors can only, what we are doing is we are simply controlling the diseases. If we are talking about BP or diabetes or whatever the diseases there are, so simply what doctors are doing, they are simply controlling it by taking medicines. We are not getting it cured, right? But this is such a neuro disease act of Agnihotra that we have seen it, and that's the only reason. And there are so many other experiences also, but this is the main reason how Agnihotra became the integral part of our life. Now we'll see because of the performance of Agnihotra ash is produced. So what all the Agnihotra ash can do? Agnihotra ash has very medicinal effects on the all the living beings, whether it is human being or it is plants or it is animals. It has impacts on every living being because who all are taking in air, who all are breathing, it has impacts on all the living beings. So what all the impacts there is, as I told you, just it has almost more than 90 types of diseases. It has been proven, it has been scientifically proven that it has impacts or it can cure almost 90 types of diseases. Along with that, what is our own experience that I'm going to share? We never use antiseptic cream. I'm not talking about anyone else. I'm simply talking about what I am doing, what I am experiencing. We never use any of the antiseptic cream. Whenever there is cut or bleeding we have, so we simply put Agnihotra ash at the place where from where blood is coming out, and you won't believe bleeding stops, and there is not even any scratch, any means any spot even not there. You will find after 2 to 3 days if purifying our atmosphere. And how we are purifying our water is like what we are doing is we are taking in the buckets, we are in the container, whichever container we are keeping our water. In the night, we are adding one big spoon of Agnihotra ash in the water, mixing it properly, and because of the heavy weight, it settles down. So in the morning, what we are doing is we are sealing it, we are filtering it, and what all the water is topmost water we are taking, we are using it as drinking water. And in fact, what all the means vegetables we are using, we are putting these vegetables for almost 2 to 3 hours in that water. So what this water does is, as we know now, if our body is alkaline, so we will be healthy, and if body is acidic, so it will be we will have any of the disease. So it keeps our body alkaline. It converts the water is alkaline, and when we are drinking this water, and when we are cleaning the vegetables and fruits by this water, it converts it alkaline and it keeps our body because of the intake of these vegetables and fruits. It keeps our body alkaline and keeps us healthy. These all are the small sciences which is related to Agnihotra. So let's what else is it can do. Agnihotra ash could be used for so many diseases, and in fact, as we say, no, it has impacts on all living beings, including plants also. So it has impacts on plants also. So let's see how it works on plants. So what agricultural farming is? Agricultural farming is a type of organic farming only. The difference between the agricultural farming and organic farming is that in agricultural farming we perform agriculture in the fields and spread agricultural ash in the fields, which improves the fertility of the soil. Along with that, because as we know, there are means plants are taking nutrition from soil as well as from the environment. From the environment, plants are taking 95% of the nutrients, and rest only 5% nutrient plants are taking from the soil. But what we are doing, we are simply treating soil, we are simply treating seeds, but nowhere we are concerning about environment. But in agricultural farming, we are purifying our environment also, and because of that, what all the nutrients are available in the soil as well as in the environment are available to the plants in plenty, and plants are healthy. So that's the reason it increases the microorganisms which are essential for the crops, like earthworms, like rhizobium is there, azotobacter is there. These all nutrients, microorganisms which are available in the soil, it activates this microorganisms. Along with that, it improves the water holding capacity of the soil. Even it is completely research is done on this, and even there are so many farmers who are doing agricultural farming. They are even having the experiences, and according to them, if there is a barren land and if you perform agnihotra in that land for almost 2 years and spread agnihotra ash on the land, it converts into fertile. We can get it tested, even soil can be get it tested, and we can conclude that it converts into fertile soil. So, and along with that, it reduces the cost of production also, because we need not to add any pesticides, we need not to add any insecticides and all. That's the reason it controls the cost of production also, and it the taste, whatever the taste of the product is there, the yield is there, it is even very good. Its texture is even very good. It is being noticed by so many farmers who are doing agricultural farming, and by that even they are having satisfaction that what all the produce they are producing is good for the health of the users, consumers, who all are consuming their products. They are having very good impacts on their health also. Agnihotra is not performed only in India. It is worldwide. It is, if you are going to Google any of the country, in any of the country, you will type Agnihotra in USA, Agnihotra in China, Agnihotra in any of the country. You will find so many photographs even there on the net, and along with that, you will find so many videos even there. You will find that all of them are performing Agnihotra in the same fashion, in the same pot, along with the same mantras. It is performed throughout the globe. And even in the year 2018, in 17th May 2018, Agnihotra was performed in 5,555 pots in Bhopal. It was organized by Madhav Ashram Bhopal, and it's our pleasure to announce that we were even the part of that in that event, and it was really, really very nice event. If you want to know further, so you can contact Madhav Ashram, which is the origin place of Agnihotra, or you can contact us even for more details. Now, I would like to even brief you that how to perform Agnihotra. Means I would like to demo you that how to perform Agnihotra. For that, can you highlight the second that is from Shalini Jain. From another device I have even joined, that is Shalini Jain's device. So can you spotlight that? Just a moment.
Ma'am, both of you are sitting nearby, it seems. That is why the echo sound there.
I am actually using it.
Can you see it?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
See, I told no ki, it is to be done exactly at the time of sunrise and sunset. Because of the longitude and latitude of any of the location, we can have the timetable from the Play Store. We can there is a app. The app is there. Timetable Agnihotra Madhav Ashram. From this app, we can take the timetable of any of the city where we are residing. See, these are 6 months are here at the top, and 6 months are there on the next page, right? AM stands for sunrise time and PM stands for sunset time. Here the dates are given like this. We will break down it into small pieces and we will arrange this in pyramid shaped copper pot. Right? Like this, we have broken down it into small pieces. What we will do, this is the pyramid shaped pot of fixed dimension. See, from bottom it is 5.25 by 5.25. From top it is 14.5 centimeter. The height is 6.5 with the three layers and angle is 51 degrees. It is perfect pyramid. And see, I have kept it on the stand. It's not compulsory to have a stand, but it looks good. That's the reason we use a stand also. So now how we'll arrange it? We will keep one piece of cow dung at the bottom, and on all the four sides we will take four pieces Like this, we will arrange four pieces on all the four corners of the pot. Like this, we will do. Now, we will use any of the natural product for ignition. Like we can use camphor because it doesn't pollute the atmosphere. So we will use any of the natural product for ignition. So we have taken camphor over here. On this piece, we have kept the camphor. We will ignite it. I'm not igniting it right now because it is to be performed only at the time of sunrise and sunset. And right now it's not the time neither for sunrise and nor for sunset. So simply we will keep the camphor over here. We will ignite it with the help of matchstick, and we will keep the matchstick out because again matchstick has chemicals in it. So we will keep matchstick outside, and then we will arrange cow dung cake in such a way that proper ventilation is there and less smoke will be created. Like this, we will arrange cow dung cakes. We can make as many layers as we want. There is no such rule. And at the top, we will keep one of this pot. This cow dung cakes we will ignite at around 5:51, almost 6 minutes before the time which is given in the timetable. Now, what we will do? Our fire is being prepared. Now, we will take rice. Almost 60 to 70 grains of rice is sufficient for one time of performance of Agnihotra. This much of rice is sufficient for one time of performance. Now, this is the cow's ghee, which is sufficient for 1 month. What we will do, we will take cow's ghee almost like this. Like this, we will take cow's ghee and we will mix. The taste will be there for offerings, and we will chant mantras, and we will offer our offerings in the fire. Only one person will offer the fires. Rest all who are sitting over there will chant mantras, but offering will be done by only one person. Like morning mantras already Naveen has told you. Now I will say the evening mantras. Agnaye Swaha, Agnaye Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. This is the Agnihotra which hardly takes 5 minutes to perform. At that time, right now we have not ignited the pot, but when we will perform, it will be ignited. Right now, I have not ignited because it is not the right time. That's why I have not ignited it. But when we will perform Agnihotra, at that time it will be ignited. And after that, we have to keep our spinal cord straight, and we have to breathe what all the gases are coming out of it, that we have to breathe, take in. And in this atmosphere, we can do any of the process. We can meditate, we can do yoga, whatever, what all we want to do we can do. But this is the simple process by which what all the gases are coming out. It heals the environment and it keeps us physically and mentally healthy. It's all from my side. These are the books, even you can see. This is the Agnihotra book. Can you see? Yeah, this is the Agnihotra book in which it is written in detail ki why it is to be performed, how it is to be performed. This is the book of Chikitsa in which there what all the diseases are there, how we can get cured from these diseases. And this is the book for Agnihotra farming. If any of you want any of the literature or any of the help, we are available.
Right, so thank you so much for joining and giving a brief introduction about this Agnihotra. Thank you both of you, sir. The session is handed over to Muthukumar, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. If you have any questions, we can discuss the questions also. Any queries?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
queries from the audience side? Muthukumar, sir? Priya, ma'am? Audience, if you have any queries, you can ask now. I think there is no queries. Janani, who is there for vote of thanks?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
no duty is more urgent that of returning thanks. I invite Miss N. Kavya to deliver the vote of thanks.
Gratitude is the inward feeling of kindness received. And thankfulness is a natural impulse to express that feeling on behalf of our college. I extend sincere gratitude to our eminent chief guests, Mr. Naveen Jayan and Mr. Shalini Jayan, who spared time from their heavy schedule to grasp the occasion. Today we have an opportunity to hear our thoughts, and this will surely encourage in your future events. Our thoughts have enlightened our mind and shown a new path. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I also thank our chairman, sir, vice chairman, sir, principal, sir, AO, sir, and dean, ma'am, for organizing this webinar. I thank our faculties who stand as a pillar of strength and unitarian efforts. Last but not least, I would like to thank my friends who joined this webinar. Once again, I thank you all.
Thank you, Professor and Madam. Thank you for both of you. Thank you for joining us. I'll call you back, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I hope the topic is new to everyone and then enjoy.
Yes, it is new and it is something which we are not following here. Sure, many of us will follow this. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Dear participants, kindly fill the feedback form which is available in the chat box.
One more thing, ma'am, if you want any kind of, the literature or the port and it is available, we can also do the courier from here to your place.
Yes, sir. Yes. Participants, many participants are there from other colleges also. Sure, okay. They'll contact us if they need any literature regarding this. We'll forward them to you. Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.